I'm Anne Goodwin and I'm going to read my short story, After Icarus, from my collection on a theme of identity, Becoming Someone. After Icarus by Anne Goodwin. He cruises through the troposphere, parting the clouds like a swimmer. Effortless, his body as light as a bride's veil. He could go on like this forever. Not going anywhere in particular, just going. Far below, the regular people are fussing about their homes and jobs and families, erecting the petty obstacles that make their world go round. Here, in the realm of birds, whose chatter is only of the latest workout for wings and the juiciness of slugs, he truly belongs. On the first Tuesday of the month, I call in at the surgery for my prescription. Today, there is a new lady on the reception. Her frizzy hair is the colour of a robin's breast. She looks at my form and says, "You can't have your prescription till you've seen the doctor for a medication review." So I go, "Okay," and take a seat in the waiting area among the out-of-date magazines. And she calls across, "You can't see him now. There are no more appointments left today." So I go, "Okay, give me one for tomorrow." She shakes her head and says, "You can't make an appointment at this time of day. You have to ring up between 8:30 and 9:30 in the morning." So I go, "Thank you, miss," and head back home. Latching onto a thermal, he is carried through the blue, the air caressing his cheek like a lover. It's so easy for those few lucky enough to have discovered how arms can be made to function as wings. Over the houses of the regular people he goes, the obstructive people, the no you can't have it people, who unlike him will never experience the thrill of flight. If you want to know something about me, well, I've got 2 eyes, a nose and a mouth. I live in this city and my name is... No, let's leave that for now, shall we? Before getting dressed in the mornings, I drink tea with a dash of milk and 2 sugars from my RSPB mug. Then I have 2 slices of wholemeal toast with lemon marmalade and a second mug of tea. After breakfast this morning, I go out to the phone box to call the doctors. There aren't so many public phones around these days, so it's a bit of a walk. "I'm sorry," says the receptionist. "We can only do appointments between 8:30 and 9:30. It's after 10 now." What am I going to do? I've run out of meds. "Sorry," she says again. "You'll have to ring back tomorrow morning." "Are you the new lady? The one with red hair?" The old receptionist wouldn't make it so difficult. "Ring up tomorrow." She puts down the phone. He joins a swarm of swallows on their farewell tour of the home counties. He feels snug in the middle of their party as they fly out over their favourite haunts. Every so often, one of them breaks away from the group and swoops down to perch on a selected rooftop. What's going on? The swallows flanking him cock their heads and giggle. "Didn't you know? We've taken the job of shitting on the homes of all the red-haired receptionists in the world." I'm having trouble sleeping at night. Strange noises from next door. Neighbours building a machine to send microwaves through the wall. Not safe enough to go to sleep till it gets light, and then I don't wake up again till nearly noon. Too late to phone the GP surgery. After breakfast, or maybe I should call it lunch, I collect my post from the doormat. There's only a leaflet from the supermarket advertising this month's promotions. I take it to the dining table and study it carefully. there's a special offer on aluminium foil. That must be a sign. I go straight out and buy 10 rolls for the price of 8. The next couple of days I spend making my place safe. Roll out the foil and stick the sheets onto the bedroom walls, like wallpaper. That should stop the microwaves coming through from next door. I'm so busy I don't notice the time, and maybe I forget to go to bed, I'm not sure. At some point, somebody, could be my neighbour, calls through the letterbox, "Stop that banging!" Which is a bit much, given his behaviour, don't you think? Sparrow hawk, goshawk, honey buzzard, kestrel, sea eagle, red kite, black-shouldered kite, osprey, golden eagle, griffon vulture, bearded vulture, falcon, toucan, pelican, Peter Pan, Superman, can he fly? Course he can. Noises from next door have multiplied. Banging and shouting, odd times in the night. In the daytime, a strange whirring sound, machinery, people whispering, plotting. Foil gives some protection, but for how long? Can it hold out till the birds come? I'm thinking of making a fire in the garden to attract them. No, it isn't safe outside. Can't trust anyone, not even you. At least I had the sense not to tell you my name. I've run out of bread, so I make do with marmalade and crackers for breakfast. When they run out, I'm sure the birds will forgive me if I break into the nuts and seeds I stored up for winter. At night, I hear the birds coming. Come, say the sunbirds, we will take you to visit our mother, Aurora. He soars through the atmosphere, rising higher than he ever dreamt possible. Fireworks spangle into technicolor above his head. It's beautiful, he says. I could stay here forever. You must fly higher, say the sunbirds. Our mother is waiting. As he rises, heat cuddles his soul, like his grandmother's kitchen on baking day. Below, the earth is as dull as an old tennis ball. People can't hurt him if they're reduced to the size of fleas. To his right, a rocket bursts into stars, peppering his flying arm with flaming saltpeter. Ouch, he says. Sunbirds laugh. Wimp. High above, Aurora sits on her throne, combing her golden hair. Come, children, she calls. Swaddled by the heat, he can barely move his wings. Mother, he's getting tired, say the sunbirds. Fire infiltrates his body with every breath. Hot stings his eyes. He cannot go on. Aurora lets down a braid of her hair. Catch hold, she says, and I will pull you up to our home. The golden rope swings before his eyes. Inebriated with heat, he reaches out, misses. Reaches out, misses. Clumpo, Mongol, idiot. Shh, says their mother. You should respect our guest. Summoning his last atom of earthly cool, he fixes his gaze on his lifeline to the sun and reaches out once more. He catches it with his right, squeezes tight. He wrinkles his nose at the smell of smouldering flesh as he feels himself pulled heavenwards. Hold tight, calls Aurora. The pain shoots into his armpit. Gasping, he lets go of the hair rope and goes falling, tumbling, somersaulting, crashing down to earth. Never mind, Aurora tells her children. I'll find you a better playmate. A policeman stands in my bedroom, along with one of the doctors from the surgery. Sorry about your front door, he says. How did you know about the microwaves, I ask. How did you know to come? Your neighbours were concerned about the noise, and they thought they could smell fire. Let me see your hand. Did the birds say when they'd be coming? Not to me, says the doctor. Why not come to the hospital? There are plenty of birds around there. Grounded now, his arms ache with nostalgia. Down here, among the regular people, his movements are clumsy, like an astronaut adapting to gravity all over again. But it doesn't matter. This is only a resting point on his migration route to the sun. Be patient, the voices will tell him. You will rise again. Thank you. That was After Icarus by Goodwin from my collection, Becoming Someone.